My name is Mike, and 2 weeks ago I thought I had the perfect relationship. Jessica and I had been together for 2 years, living in my downtown apartment, talking about rings and mortgages and all those future things that happy couples discuss. Jess was everything I wasn't, outgoing where I was reserved, spontaneous where I was methodical. As a programmer, I spent my days in quiet code. She worked in marketing, thriving on chaos and creativity. We balanced each other, or so I thought. The night that changed everything started like any other. Jessica announced she was going out with her girlfriends to some new club downtown called Paradise Nights. "It's supposed to be amazing," she said, applying lipstick in our bathroom mirror. Sarah heard they have this incredible sound system. I was working late on a project deadline, barely looking up from my laptop. "Have fun, babe. Don't stay out too late." She kissed my forehead. "Love you. Don't wait up." That was at 9 p.m. At 3:17 a.m., I woke up to the sound of our front door slamming shut. Jessica stumbled into the bedroom, and immediately I knew something was wrong. Her black dress had a tear along the side seam. Her makeup was smudged, lipstick practically gone. But what really caught my attention was the smell. Cologne. Definitely masculine, definitely not mine. "What happened to your dress?" I asked, sitting up in bed. She glanced down like she was seeing it for the first time. "Oh, that. We were dancing. It was really crowded." "And the cologne?" "Mike, seriously?" "We were dancing. In a crowded club. Of course I'm going to smell like other people. You're overreacting." Something in her tone made me back down. Maybe I was overreacting. Jessica had never given me reason to doubt her before. "Sorry," I said, "I'm just tired." But as she headed to the shower, I noticed something else. There was a confidence in her walk, a certain satisfaction in her expression that I'd never seen before, like she was carrying a secret that made her feel powerful. That night I barely slept. Over the next few weeks, the Paradise Nights visits became a regular thing. Every Friday, sometimes Saturday too. "The girls love it there," Jessica would say. "It's our new spot." But other things started changing. Her phone was now always face down, always within reach. A delicate gold bracelet appeared on her wrist. "Sarah got it for me," she explained, though Sarah had never been the jewelry-giving type. Our intimate life changed too. Jessica had become more adventurous, suggesting things we'd never tried before, moving with a confidence that seemed learned rather than natural. But what really got to me was how she looked at me sometimes, like she was comparing me to someone else. 3 weeks after that first night, I finally confronted her. "Jess, I feel like something's changed between us since you started going to that club." She gave me that patient look people use with unreasonable children. "Different how?" "Distant, like you're somewhere else even when you're here." "Mike, I'm just having fun with my friends. For the first time in years, I'm actually getting out, actually feeling alive. I thought you'd be happy for me." "I am. Is that all it is? Dancing?" Her eyes flashed. "What exactly are you asking me?" "I'm asking if something's going on that I should know about." Jessica stood abruptly. "I can't believe you right now. I'm finally doing something for myself, and you're acting like I'm committing some crime." "Yes, Mike, it's dancing. That's what people do at clubs. I'm sorry if that concept is foreign to you." The accusation hit where she knew it would hurt. I'd always been self-conscious about being the quiet programmer who preferred Netflix to nightlife. "You're right," I said quietly. "I'm sorry, I'm being paranoid." But even as I apologized, I noticed she hadn't actually answered my question. Everything came to a head on a Friday night 3 weeks later. Jessica came home at 2:30 a.m. with what looked like a hickey on her neck. "What happened to your neck?" I asked, my heart pounding. She touched the spot reflexively. "Oh God, that looks terrible. I fell in the bathroom, hit the edge of the sink. These club bathrooms are so small and poorly lit." It was the most ridiculous lie I'd ever heard, and we both knew it. The next morning, while Jessica slept off her hangover, I made a decision that would have seemed impossible months earlier. I was going to Paradise Nights. The club was in the warehouse district. At noon on Saturday, A security guard let me in when I explained I was a freelance journalist writing about nightlife. It wasn't entirely a lie. I had done tech writing in college. The manager, Rick, was eager to give me a tour. Paradise Nights is all about the experience, he said. Top-tier sound system, professional lighting, and the best security setup in the district. Security setup? I asked casually. Rick gestured towards sophisticated cameras positioned throughout the club. Insurance requires it. Full coverage, main floor, VIP sections, hallways. These record everything in 4K. We can track every movement. My pulse quickened. How long do you keep footage? Standard is 30 days, but we usually go longer. I made a split-second decision. Would it be possible to see some sample footage? I'm interested in how venues protect customers. Rick shrugged. Professional courtesy. Come back around 4. I can show you clips from last weekend. 4 hours later, Rick led me to his office behind the bar. What time frame are you thinking? He asked, settling behind multiple monitors. Maybe the last few weekends? Sure thing. Let me pull up last Friday first. The first clip loaded at 10:47 p.m. the previous Friday. There she was, Jessica, in the silver dress I'd complimented before she left. Mind if I control the playback? I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. Go for it. Rick slid the mouse over. At first, everything looked innocent. Jessica was with 3 coworkers, dancing, laughing, taking selfies. But as the timestamp progressed, things changed. 11:23 p.m. A tall man in an expensive suit approached. Jessica's body language shifted immediately. Straighter posture, more deliberate movements. 11:31 p.m. Jessica was dancing closer, her hands on his shoulders, his on her waist. More intimate than just dancing. 11:45 p.m. The first kiss. Right there on the dance floor, Jessica kissed this stranger while her friends laughed like it was normal. My hands started shaking. You okay, man? Rick asked. I'm fine, I managed. Just taking notes. I wasn't fine, but I kept watching. 12:03 a.m. Jessica and the man moved to a VIP section, sitting close, his hand on her thigh. 12:17 a.m. I watched my girlfriend disappear with a stranger into a private VIP room. 1:52 a.m. They emerged. Jessica's hair was messed up, dress askew. The man handed her something, money or a business card. Can you go back further? I asked. Maybe 3 weeks ago? Rick pulled up another date. The pattern was there from the beginning, but different. 3 weeks ago, Jessica had been cautious. One man, a few drinks, left with friends. 2 weeks ago, it was already bolder. 2 different men, and the kind of closeness you don't mistake for friendship. Last weekend, Jessica stepped into the club like it was her hunting ground, moving through 3 men in a row, each encounter crossing a new line. And the final clip? Last Friday, the night she came home with that bruise. I watched my girlfriend disappear into the VIP room with 2 men, and she didn't make me guess what happened next. I must have made a sound because Rick immediately minimized the window. Jesus, dude, are you all right? The room was spinning. I gripped the desk and forced myself to breathe. I need copies of these, I said. Rick frowned. Privacy laws and all that. I pulled out $500 cash. That woman is my girlfriend. We live together. Rick stared at the money, then at me. Shit, man, I'm sorry. He copied the clips to a flash drive and handed it back with my cash. Keep your money, but you didn't get this from me. I nodded and left, feeling like a completely different person. I sat in my car outside the club for 20 minutes, staring at the flash drive. Part of me wanted to throw it away, pretend I'd never seen what I'd seen. Instead, I uploaded the clearest video to my phone and sent it to Jessica with a simple message. You're right. It was only dancing. I'm such an idiot for not understanding that modern dancing includes fucking strangers in VIP rooms. Then I turned off my phone and drove to my brother's place. 3 hours later, I had 37 missed calls and 62 unread messages. The first wave was from Jessica. Mike, call me right now. Where did you get that? It's not what it looks like. Please just come home so I can explain. Then her friends. Sarah. Mike, what the hell did you do? Jessica is hysterical. Then her family, her mother. Michael, I don't know what kind of sick game you're playing, but spying on my daughter is illegal and disgusting. Then, unexpectedly, unknown numbers. Hey man, this is Derek. I think I'm in that video. I had no idea she had a boyfriend. She told me she was single. This is Marcus. Same story. She said she was divorced. She's been playing all of us. Mike? This is James. Your girlfriend has been scamming dudes at Paradise Nights for months. She's running some kind of con. You need to check your bank accounts. My blood went cold. I opened my banking app with trembling fingers. In the past 3 months, there were charges I didn't remember. Hotel rooms downtown, expensive restaurants I'd never been to, a jewelry store, lingerie boutiques. She'd been using my credit card to fund her affairs. The final message from Jessica. Fine. Don't answer. But you have no idea what you've just done to me, to us. I hope you're happy. I drove home in cold fury. Jessica's car was in the driveway. She was waiting for me. I found her on our couch, eyes red from crying. She jumped up and tried to rush into my arms. Mike, thank God. We need to talk about this. It's not what you think. I stepped back. Really? Because what I think is that my girlfriend has been fucking strangers for 3 months while using my credit card to pay for it. I was lonely, Mike. You're always working. I felt invisible. When I started going to Paradise Nights, I felt alive again. So you decided to fuck other people? It wasn't supposed to happen. The first time was an accident. Oh, you mean the social gathering you got very involved in last Friday? She flinched. I never meant for it to go that far. And my credit card? Her face went white. They were just helping with expenses. Jesus Christ, Jessica, you're practically charging by the hour. Don't you dare call me that. As we argued, I noticed something on the coffee table. A men's watch. Expensive. Definitely not mine. Whose watch is that? Her face crumpled. I don't know. Someone must have left it. How many men have been in our apartment? It was only a few times, when you were working late. I stared at this stranger I'd thought I was going to marry. She'd turned our home into her personal brothel. Get out, I said quietly. Mike, we can work through this. Couples therapy, whatever you want. There is no we anymore. You're a stranger to me. I walked to our bedroom and started throwing her clothes into garbage bags. When I emerged, she was sobbing on the couch. You have until tomorrow to get the rest of your stuff. After that, I'm changing the locks. Please don't do anything crazy. Don't send that video to anyone else. It would ruin my life. I paused at the door. Your life? What about mine? I looked at her one last time and felt nothing but disgust. You can't fix this, I said, and walked out. I spent that night at my brother's place, but I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw those videos. Every time I tried to think about something else, I remembered another lie Jessica had told me. By sunrise, I'd made a decision. I opened my laptop and created a group chat titled Jessica's Dance Partners. I added Derek, Marcus, and James from the texts. Then I added numbers I'd memorized from Jessica's phone, her parents, sister, best friends, coworkers from the marketing firm. I uploaded 3 of the clearest videos from Paradise Nights and added a simple message. For months, Jessica has been telling me she was just dancing at Paradise Nights. I thought you might all be interested to see what modern dancing looks like, especially her parents, who raised such a talented dancer, and her coworkers, who should know what their colleague does on company credit cards, and the men in these videos, who might want to get tested since Jessica doesn't believe in exclusivity. I hit send and turned off my phone. 6 hours later, I had over 200 notifications. The men from the club were apologetic and horrified. Derek said Jessica had told him she was recently divorced. Marcus confirmed a similar story. James revealed that Jessica had asked him for money for rent after their encounter. Her friends were split between disgust and disbelief. Some called her names, others accused me of revenge porn. Her family's messages were pure venom. Her father called me a psychopath. Her mother accused me of doctoring the videos. But the most satisfying messages came from her workplace. Company policy had strict guidelines about conduct reflecting poorly on the firm. By 2 p.m., Jessica had been terminated. The last message came from Jessica herself, from a new number. I hope you're satisfied. I've lost my job, my family won't speak to me, and my friends think I'm a whore. You've destroyed my entire life over a few stupid mistakes. I hope it was worth it." I stared at that message before typing my response. "You destroyed your own life. I just made sure everyone else knew what kind of person you really are." Then I blocked the number and finally, for the first time in months, felt like I could breathe again. 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 Again.